Hi everybody, Dr. Lonnie Denny, Bulletproof Babes, self-defense based on behavioral sciences. Now, most people think that money just buys comfort, but what it really buys is a different set of roles. And the higher somebody is above you in power, the more dangerous those rules can become for you. This video is not going to be for everybody, but if you live in proximity to those who have great wealth and power, you're going to want to know this. So if you live in a city like LA, New York, London, this subset of the rich and powerful is maybe 5 miles away, not 1,000 miles away. And you can easily encounter this group of people if you work in the service industries or in retail or maybe in the entertainment industry at any level. The mistakes most people make is thinking powerful people are safer to be around. And in reality, the opposite is true. Now, we've seen this play out in multiple high-profile cases recently, where somebody's influence, their wealth, and their status made their consequences disappear for doing very bad things, at least for a while. Let's take a look at a few of these examples.
Okay, so let's start with Jeffrey Epstein, which everybody knows the story by now. He lured over women to be his massage therapists, or he lured them over for parties, and then went on to assault them, and then also went on to share them with his other rich and famous friends. Which, even all this has come to light, there's not a single guy who has been prosecuted for this crime so far. Our next candidate is the Prince of Norway. He's facing 4 rape charges and many, many more accusations against him. This one is still being adjudicated. And next, we have the Alexander brothers, who were super successful real estate agents. They sold real estate to the rich and famous, including Trump and many, many other top-tier politicians and super rich people, and they committed horrible crimes against women, starting in 2010 and extending all the way to 2024. They just got convicted and are waiting for sentencing now. I hope they never see the light of day.
So this is real, and here's how you stay out of it. But before we go any further, let me be very clear about something. The responsibility always lies with the person who commits the crime. So there's no victim blaming here. But understanding how these situations happen gives you the power to avoid them. They weren't random attacks. They were engineered environments. Imagine you're a 20-year-old student and you work at Starbucks, and you have a famous person come in. They're like, hey, come to this party, or let me help you with your career, or you're special, let me help you out. And this kind of thing happens all the time. It's very easy for your brain to mistake somebody's status for safety. Remember, if you get invited to someone's private home, like an exclusive party or any setting where you can be isolated, then they can control the space. And then they have absolute control over what happens. So if someone's victimized, to report it, they have to face the fear of not being believed. They're also facing social pressure. They may have signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, and that can really intimidate anybody who wants to make an accusation. So please keep these 4 rules in mind. Number 1, if access to someone powerful requires you to ignore your instincts, that's not an opportunity, that's a setup. You're being set up for something. The first meeting, this is number 2, should always be in a public environment. If they're legitimate with their offer or interest in what you're doing, they don't need to meet privately with you. And rule number 3 is watch for somebody moving quickly with the relationship, like using phrases like, you're special, or I don't usually do this, or let's skip the normal process. Those are all big red flags. And with statements like that, what they're trying to do is bypass your critical thinking. And rule number 4, make sure you have the power to exit with your own transportation. You have ability to leave without permission, and that someone knows where you are. The most dangerous people aren't always the ones who look dangerous. And the higher in socioeconomic status above you, the more vulnerable you are. So I hope that helps. And if you like this, please subscribe to our newsletter. We send it out once a week. It's free. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe with one click. I'll put the link in the comments, and I'll see you soon.